on. My nose was whistling. Fucking Reds won again. Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's me.
Turn that volume down.
No. Hi, everyone.
Hola.
Jocelyn, Nick, David, Mike, Randy. Shut up, Randy. Rest in peace, Donnie Baker. Huh. Shut up, Randy. Zalik. Carter Police checking in. That's what
Thank
I was
you.
waiting for.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your cervix. All right, that's what I was waiting for. Hey, everyone, welcome to YouTube stream. It's Sunday night. We're gonna get it going. We're gonna get it going real fast because we're going to get dinner after this together.
Yep, let's fucking do it.
So we don't even care what you people want from us tonight. It's not worth losing chicken wings.
We're on dinner mission.
We're gonna get Bud Light too. And we're gonna make out in the parking lot.
It's gonna be hot.
And Robert's gonna go up my shirt. Dude, I remember the first time I went up a girl's shirt, there was like a... never mind.
Okay.
It was a dick. All right. Let's go. If you got big old fat, round, juicy ass skin tags under your armpits, you've come to the right podcast. Welcome to the Brohio Podcast.
I was so curious as to where that was going. I was not disappointed.
You don't know what it's like. You fucking little people don't know what it's like just to have a tumor pop up overnight that you got to take off with a pair of fingernails.
Yeah.
I guess fighting through it, man. The summer months, it's even worse. It's like a tick infestation, but it's just little
skin.
I can't make sense of it.
Yeah, I don't get it, man.
It's science, you know.
Yeah.
I welcome everyone to the Brohio Podcast. I'm the delicious Nickalicious, or if you see me in real life, I go by Lex now, and you guys have to call me that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm appreciative of.
I'm Rob, Bert. If you want to call me that,
Bert.
I respond to either or, but yeah. Hope everybody's doing well.
Hell yeah. You can come see us live in Detroit, Michigan. This is going to be on August 19th, 2023. Yeah, I believe that's the one.
Is that like 3 weeks away? Not too long.
Little over 3 weeks. It's going to be on Saturday from 6 to 10 in Detroit, Michigan. We're going to be with Hillbilly Horror Stories and Mysterious Circumstances. We're going to be in Shelby Township, Michigan, not really Detroit. I looked it up. What I found, the violent crime rate in Shelby Township is significantly lower than the average violent crime rate for the United States at 9.4 compared to 22.7. So the national average crime rate is 22.7. The crime rate in Shelby Township, where we're going to be at, is 9.4.
Okay.
For those of you scared to come meet us in Detroit, it's not really Detroit. That's just the closest mega metropolis.
Yeah.
You're going to be okay. But if you are scared, I'll bring a switchblade and I will fight for you to be there with us.
Oh.
If that sounds like something you want to be a part of, go to brohiopodcast.com/tickets. That's brohiopodcast.com/tickets.
Do it.
And you'll be able to buy a ticket, and you'll be able to buy the right to rub your greasy hands up and down my crotch.
Sold. I'll buy 6.
Yeah, give me all the tickets. Just kidding. If any of you touch my crotch, I'm going to be upset. You can touch Girth. He'll be there.
He will.
Girth Brooks. This is a big deal. And we're excited to meet all of you. We're excited to talk to our Michigan people. They got recreational marijuana there in
yeah, they do.
fucking Michigan.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. What about our Patreon subscribers? We got some new ones.
Hell yeah, we do.
Scott McInnes. He's not out of it. He's McInnes. That's like when you go to McDonald's and you go in to get your food. You're McInnes. You got to go all the way up in there and get your fucking chicken nuggets. What's your dipping sauce of choice at McDonald's?
The hot mustard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Theirs is the best, man.
Oh, God.
It's the only way to go.
Man. That and the nothing else.
You can do the Big Mac sauce now too.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of not my thing on a chicken nugget.
Sure. I mean, I fuck with it on like fries and stuff, but
Oh, yeah, for sure.
yeah,
But 100% the hot mustard.
that's the way to go, man.
And
That's the sauce.
You got to check those motherfuckers because they'll straight give you a bag of food with no dipping sauce and look you
They will.
straight in the eye and say, sauce is in the bag. And I'll say,
You fucking liar.
you lying slut.
Yes, they will. McDonald's is so good though.
Yeah.
I love it. And next we got leaking anal juice. I know that's not just something I'm doing right now. That's somebody that's actually subscribed to us. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, Leaking Anal Juice. Maybe I thought this is this kind of is a medical podcast.
Yeah.
How about Sarah Sawyer?
Hell yeah.
You can look up her videos on all the adult websites and stuff. But Sarah, we're very happy to have you here and so thankful for your pledge of allegiance to the Brohio podcast. We love you very much.
Ben Gould. Thank you very much. The Gould. Very spooky.
Thanks, Benny boy. You big fucking fat cocked monster. Sweet baby. How about Marie? Yeah, I said it. Marie. Mary with an I?
Maybe.
Or is it Mary with a Mary?
Mary, either way.
Whatever it is.
And last but not least, we got Stephanie Scholl. Thank you very much, Stefani.
Stephanie Scholl. You know there's a haunted road around here called Scholl.
Yeah.
There's a fucking dead body that hit a barnyard and shit.
Really? I know where the road's at, but I didn't know there's anything spooky about it.
They say there's a barn over there and somebody got ejected from a car and hit like 20 feet up on it, and sometimes
that's
you can
pretty cool.
still see the blood splatters will still reveal themselves.
Huh. Man.
So Stephanie, this is all your fault.
You imagine how much money they fucking waste on painting that thing?
Hell yeah. Thanks, Steph, for coming. How about we say go check out our boys at the Dark Windows podcast. They've been listening to us for a long time, and they started their own show. They got a whole bunch of episodes. Let's play that promo for you real quick.
Hey, I'm Kevin, one half of the Dark Windows podcast. Join myself and my co-host Kevin every week when we bring you an episode ranging anywhere from aliens to war crimes, cryptids to history, and some of the craziest monsters on 2 and 4 legs. We have well over 200 episodes available wherever quality podcasts are sold. We also have a Patreon where we're closing in on 100 episodes. New episodes drop every Friday morning, and just remember that little E next to the description means they're probably not for everybody. Just because you can't see out into the dark doesn't mean the dark can't see into you.
Oh, shit.
Go check them out.
Do it.
Good dudes.
Hell yeah.
The one, I hugged him close. He had a boner.
Oh, man. That's the best.
Yep, he had a boner.
I need a minute.
Okay. Take as long as you need, Robert. I lived the first 10 years of my life without you, and it was quite miserable, but... All right. Rob left the room, so I'm going to pause the recording, if that's okay with you guys. He'll be right back. But you, YouTube, you get to hang out with me for a little bit. What's up, everybody? 50-50 custody. Hell to the yeah. Fuck him up, man. I genuinely, to hear of other friends and acquaintances going through custody things, man, this shit's heartbreaking, man. I hate to hear about people going through that stuff. But good luck. Good luck, Kyle.
No, you're fine. I just want to make sure nothing crazy was going on.
Rob is, yes, he's got sun poison. He's going to die while we record this. Howdy, man. What's up? Jocelyn, we're good. We're good, Joshy. We're good. Thanks for being here.
Sorry.
You all right? People worried about you having sun poisoning.
No. I'm good.
Okay.
I am sunburnt, but I'm good. This is all from today. I'll be lit up tomorrow. Even worse.
I'm going to get some nipple burns on my face tonight, if you know what that's all about. Oh, dude.
I'm fucking dark, dude.
Yeah, dark meat.
I'm changing races right before your eyes.
Blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's go. All right, we're back on here. We got a... Jesus. This article, so many people sent this to us.
Yeah?
It says, manatee dies of injuries from sexual encounter with his brother at Florida Aquarium.
Been there.
If I could be a manatee. I'm about the size of a manatee, I think.
Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
about the size of an adolescent manatee. Water pigs. A manatee who died in Florida Aquarium this year sustained fatal injuries caused by sex with his brother, officials say.
Hell yeah.
Hugh, 38. Goddamn.
Ooh.
That fucking boy was dicking him down, 38 years old. He died unexpectedly April 29th at the Mote Marine Laboratory and Aquarium in Sarasota, which this week shed more light on the animal's passing, saying the injury was most likely the result of sex with his brother.
Oh, man.
His brother's name was Buffett.
Hell yeah.
Or Buffet, however you want to pronounce it. I'd imagine, he probably goes by both. Mote insisted that Hugh's handlers never believed he was in any danger. On the day of Hugh's passing, Hugh and Buffett engaged in natural yet increased mating behavior observed and documented in manatees, both in managed care and in the wild. This was the first time such heightened mating behavior was witnessed between the two manatees, who were brothers. A necropsy performed by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission's Marine Mammal Pathology Lab found the wound was 14.5 centimeters long. It was a tear in the ventral wall of his colon.
Oh, man.
So it got fucked to death with his brother.
Man, that's rough.
I wouldn't have to worry about that with my brothers. We've all got little wieners. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know if it says more about the brother having a huge wiener or the other brother having a tight asshole.
Either way, man, it sounds like they're both enjoying themselves.
Right.
Hugh and Buffett were both observed initiating and mutually seeking interactions from one another throughout the day, and there were no obvious signs of discomfort or distress, such as listing, crunching, or active avoidance that would have triggered. This is so nasty.
Yeah.
This sounds like manatee rape, and I don't.
It's kind of hot.
Following the directions of the veterinarians, distraction rather than the physical separation was chosen because separation had previously caused undue anxiety. Yeah, man, they're in love. They're just
They want to fuck.
Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
In an effort to redirect the manatee's attention and decrease undesirable behaviors, animal care staff used positive reinforcement tools such as high-value rewards. Oh, he was already getting that high-value reward, that tight-ass fucking chili ring. That's what he wanted.
If you're good, you get your brother's asshole.
That tight-ass cornhole. Speaking of chili rings, they had went to the store. They had flaming hot chili cheese Fritos.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Ooh, sounds good.
Yeah, no, I got those. They were good too.
Hell yeah.
Only a few. I didn't want to die. But yeah, rest in peace these manatees. And anytime we lose a manatee, I don't really fucking care. Sure, they're beautiful.
I do love manatees.
Graceful, peaceful creatures. They're beautiful. But look, he's got shit and mold growing on him.
Yeah, they got big old whiskers.
He's getting fucked to death by his brother. They just lay in the water and eat lettuce.
That's true, yeah.
But they are beautiful.
Makes you wonder how they get so fat. Just fucking snacking all day long on the grass.
Laying around and,
Yeah.
making butt love with their brothers. I always used to talk my brothers into shit like this.
Mm-hmm. Butt love?
They'd never go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. They're just frigid bitches. is all
Fucking
they are.
brothers, man. They never want to help out.
That's all I wanted growing up was a fucking brother. But instead I got a couple non-fucking brothers.
A normal brother.
Two of them, man. Hell yeah. Well, we're talking about some doomsday end of world shit this week.
Fuck yeah.
A lot going on this week. They had I wanted to do an episode on the Capitol, the guy talking about the aliens on Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, man. Everyone's so numb to this shit. Nobody cares that they're here now.
Nobody does. Yeah, I know. I've noticed the same thing.
We've
Besides
got
us.
a legit whistleblowers,
Mm-hmm.
legit stories,
Government officials.
government officials, official encounters, and everyone just like, yeah, we're not really worried about that too much.
wild,
Instead,
man.
I've talked ad nauseum before about how I'm pretty good about not investing too much time on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I can say, without a shadow of a doubt, I probably spent less than 2 minutes on it this week,
Really?
just because this stupid fucking AI shit on there, people
Mm-hmm.
pretending to be a robot and begging
Yeah.
for whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I physically can't do it, Robert.
Yeah.
I can't. People are just disgusting.
My whole algorithm right now is just it's just
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Ariana Grande and her SpongeBob boyfriend. That's all it's talking about.
That's not mine at all.
I don't know why.
Mine's normally only wrestling and animals.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what mine is.
Yeah, mine's a lot of wrestling, and I get a lot of animal video. I've been going fucking super hard on Scary Dave. Is that his name? Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
Fucking love his videos.
Yeah. There's a scientist I found that got banned from TikTok. Dude, this guy is
Damn.
extraordinary. He's
What do you do to China?
I don't know that he's done anything, but he does these science experiments. I forget his name. Dr. Parkenstein. He's only on Twitter now, but he's banned from everything else. He's this young dude.
Mm-hmm.
They say he's smarter than Tesla, and he's picked up right where Tesla left off.
Really?
And he's got one of his latest YouTube or one of his latest Twitter videos. The guy has legit figured out how to send wireless electricity to there. So he's got the frequency dialed in where he's pulsing this electricity,
Yeah.
and he pulses it out every day at 12:30, so people all around the country can get this shit if they want.
Just pumping fucking electricity into the air. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but he's figured out a way how to. In his video, he's just. I can't even. He sounds like Kermit the Frog. It's kind of crazy. But people on the other sides of the country are receiving the electricity, and they're turning on light bulbs and shit with it.
That's so weird.
And he's got this entire apparatus built in his backyard. It takes up it looks like a fucking Higgs boson collider thing. It's wild. He's got it grounded to the pool, so
Oh, fuck.
like his fucking pool water's all fucked up.
That's awesome.
He's got nails driven in the ground with grounding wires all across the yard.
He can't fucking swim in his pool anymore,
No,
but
man. No, but at one point he's like, "Oh, I can put my hand in the pool and it doesn't hurt me." And he sticks his hand in the pool. It's like,
oh, shit.
It's not hurting him though.
Weird.
And the guy is just, you can tell he's so extraordinary.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching him last night with pulsing this electricity,
Yeah.
and my fucking jaw was dropped. I have no idea what he's talking about. I mean, I know about electricity,
Yeah.
but I have no idea what he's talking about. But I'm just like, man, all this makes sense, and it's crazy. But it's definitely something to check out. Check out his videos.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's take a quick break for 14 of our sponsors. I hope it's 14, because that means business is good.
That'd be really cool. Yeah.
That'd be really, really good.
Yeah.
And this is the last day of the month.
Right.
It will be. Okay, it's Sunday morning. You were looking forward to sleeping in, but you still woke up early because your bedroom is so hot. Not only is it hot, but your fan isn't working. That's bad. That's real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Must have been a storm last night that didn't wake you up. You reach over to grab your cell phone to check the time. Your battery's already down to 57%.
Oh, no.
No weather alert notifications. Why is the power out? Normally, you'd see several notifications from the night before of any kind from throughout the night, but you see nothing. You unlock your phone in the top right-hand corner, you see SOS and no Wi-Fi. No cell service. You wake up for the day, you throw some clothes on in your eerily silent house. You think about the $250 you spent on groceries the day before. You make a plan to go grab some ice for your food and gas for your generator that's hiding in the garage. You hop in your car and you see your normally quiet street, busy with cars buzzing in both directions. You slowly head to the gas station, and when you turn the corner, the gas station looks like complete bedlam. People fighting over ice, food, anything they can get their hands on. You reluctantly pull up to the pump. The screen is black, and there's no way to pump gas. You turn on the AM radio in your car, squelching, no reception.
Ooh.
The power grid is down. I was hoping to paint a pretty vivid picture of what it would be like in the event that the power grid was hit, the power grid went down,
I don't like it.
whatever it was. It can happen. I'm not saying it will happen, but folks, we are teetering on the brink of something like this happening at any given second, any given time. And it's not just in the hands of terrorists, people that wish harm upon the government. It's also in the hands of Mother Nature, whether that be a solar flare,
Yeah.
electromagnetic storm of some type. Just fucking wipe everything out, man.
Wi-Fi electric.
Wi-Fi electric fires.
Fucking sky just catches fire.
You remember that one episode of Full House? I think it was Full House, or maybe it was Family Matters. But someone had something done to their teeth, and it would pick up a radio signal. You remember that?
It sounds familiar.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah.
I want that to happen to me.
Yeah, I know for sure that I've seen that before. I just don't remember which show it was.
Of all the catastrophic events that could possibly happen that would bring the world to a screeching halt, I want, if I want to go through one of them, I just fucking kill me and get it over with.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through some end of day shit where I got to fight for my family and my life for months until we all starve to death.
Yeah.
Until you got to start, you put yourself in a situation where you got to euthanize family members, or you got to, if it happens, I hope the world just explodes and we just all die. Or we're all vaporized.
Super quick, yeah. Like this first bullet point you have, like the Earth just stop spinning, we'd be dead so fast.
We drown.
We'd be fucked.
We drown.
Yeah. I mean,
Sure.
it's literally, I think, as I was watching something not too long ago, like Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about it, and it's like, I think the Earth spins at like 800 miles an hour or something like that.
I don't know what it is, but it's a lot faster than I thought it was. I thought it was over 1,000 miles an hour.
I thought it was 800, but still, I mean, regardless, imagine just going from, let's say 1,000 miles an hour. Okay.
Yeah, that's small.
1,000 mile an hour to literally nothing. Like, we're fucking going through the sides of walls of houses. Buildings are fucking tumbling over the water on the oceans. Imagine the fucking...
Dude, that's the craziest thing, man.
The tsunami from that, dude, we're dead.
And when I got that fucking speeding ticket, he didn't write 1,087. He just wrote 87 like a dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Which I had to pay that. God, that sucked. $200 out the window. So some fuck boy... No, whatever. But it doesn't feel like we're going 1,000 miles an hour, dude.
Yeah.
Gravity and the... But that's there's a lot of different doomsday scenarios. Whether it be the Earth stops spinning, nuclear war, massive volcanic eruptions, or a pandemic.
The volcanic eruption one really fucking scares me.
Right, that's another one of those things. We're just ticking time.
Yeah,
You don't know. It could happen right now.
Yeah, I was thinking about it not too long ago. Like, I was watching this video about what's the fucking park, the national park?
Yellowstone. Jellystone.
Yeah, Jellystone. We were talking about that and how there's, it's one of the biggest super volcanoes in the world. And if it was just to erupt, like go banana sandwich on all of us,
It's right here in America.
we're fucked.
If it's a banana sandwich, I could probably eat us out of it and save America.
I would try for
If
sure.
it's a peanut butter banana sandwich, I could
dude.
eat our way through it.
So good.
Stacy eats peanut butter, banana, and mayonnaise,
Ooh, I don't know about that.
and she's not a whole lot less stronger than I am.
Yeah.
But then when I try and start beating her up for doing that, she can fight back, and I can't really get to her.
I want a deep fried peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Oh,
I bet that's so fucking good.
Anything deep fried is fine.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I'm so fat. Sorry.
So there's the possibility of a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
We survived one. What's another one of
Yeah,
those?
we did bring it on, bitch.
But dude, think back to those first few days.
Yeah.
when no one knew,
Mm-hmm.
it was scary.
Mm-hmm.
And no one, you didn't know how long it was going to last. It lasted so much longer than I thought it would. I thought it'd be a couple week thing.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks to stop the 2 weeks to stop the curve.
Yeah, stop the curve.
Something like
Flatten
that.
the curve.
Flatten the curve.
There it is, yeah.
That didn't happen.
Fuck no, it didn't.
We were down and out. But yeah, what if we were stricken by a pandemic where it was actually the fatality rate was far higher than what we were dealing with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary stuff, and
It
that's
is.
stuff. But there's also severe space weather that can make its way to Earth, massive flooding, public disorder, and droughts. These are all doomsday scenarios. The one we're harping on today is the attack of the power grid. And whether you want to believe it or not, it's already happened. Multiple physical attacks and then also some cyber attacks. Another couple realistic doomsday scenarios, climate change, which I don't know fuck about climate change.
Yeah, me neither.
All I know is the cows keep farting and they're messing everything up. It's about as deep as my knowledge is rooted within the climate change stuff. But then also something that's really taken a step forward in the limelight recently is an AI takeover.
Mm-hmm.
If these AI bots decide they want to conspire against us, they're way smarter than 99.99999% of humans out there.
Oh, yeah.
And there would be no way to just unplug, essentially like unplugging the computer. That's I think we're going to start seeing some government oversight. Like, no one likes government oversight, but I think we're going to start to see a lot of government oversight in the aspect of artificial intelligence, because it needs to be wrangled in, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say, like, I don't trust our government, but I mean, it's definitely something that does need to be monitored and
But who monitors
watched
it?
over. That's the thing. I have no idea. And I mean,
I don't trust the government either.
no matter who monitors it, it's going to be some subsidized form of the government. Even if it's not at the beginning, it will be eventually.
Look at the leaps that AI has made in the past year.
It's crazy.
And all it does is strengthen itself. It's like ironing, sharpening iron. It's crazy. We could realistically see an asteroid impact, a black hole, or even an alien invasion, which you guys have been watching the media the past few weeks. An alien invasion, while a decade ago you'd say, okay. But now they're pretty much saying they're here.
They've been here.
Yeah, they've been here and they are here. But let's use the time we have in this episode to talk about something very realistic and very possible, and that's an attack on our power grid. When there is a disruption in the electrical grid, it's often merely a matter of short-lived inconvenience. But what if the outage engulfed not just a confined area, but a wide swath of the country, and the power went out for a week or more? Many aspects of life would freeze, and the likelihood of potential casualties would skyrocket. Minor annoyances such as the inability to recharge a cell phone or the lack of the internet would quickly yield to greater concerns such as having no drinking water, no household heat or air conditioning. In addition, there might be no gas for automobiles or generators, and both local and national emergency systems, such as the ability to call an ambulance, might be compromised as well.
Damn.
Yeah. And all of landlines are becoming a thing of the past.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about it later in the episode. It might behoove you to get a landline, because they can still operate without electricity.
Right.
I say that until it really happens, and then there's some type of electrical switch someplace in the middle where they've a lot of these places have switched to voice over internet protocol.
Yep.
And that's not going to work. Essentially, the only thing that's legitimately going to work is an old-fashioned landline.
Old analog phones.
Yeah, people don't have them or use them anymore.
Besides old people.
Old people. Hello. I'm here. Oh, Robert Scott. He was here the other day, and he shaving his big old balls in my bathroom. He's not here anymore. I've been sitting on this pile of goo ever since he left. Yeah, hello. Okay. Hey, hung up on me.
Okay.
Now listen to this, man. The number of direct physical attacks. So I started researching these attacks on power grids, thinking, mostly fixated on cyber attacks.
Yeah.
The number of direct physical attacks on U.S. power grids soared 77% last year to 163, which is a record high according to U.S. Energy Department. Since last September, attacks were reported on 18 substations and one power plant each in Florida, Oregon, Washington, and the Carolinas. The attacks underscored the vulnerability of the U.S. electric grid, which keeps electricity flowing across more than 470,000 miles of circuits and includes more than 7,300 power plants, 160,000 miles of high voltage power lines, and 55,000 transmission substations.
Damn.
And with these physical attacks, they're going to these electrical substations and they're shooting them with guns and shit and lighting them on fire. There's all kinds of different, and these have all been kind of acts of domestic terrorism. They've been politically driven.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different reasons why people are physically attacking our electrical system, and that's not even talking about the cyber attacks from Russia or China or Korea. This is talking about the fucking Proud Boys shooting a substation. I don't know if that's ever happened.
Yeah.
I believe there was some QAnon stuff linked to some of it. I'm not saying the Proud Boys did it, or I think I recall reading something about QAnon possibly being suspects in some of these substations being attacked.
All right.
Yeah, but I think that's quickly and easily remedied. While taking out a substation, you are going to be without power in a confined space, a confined area of the country for possibly days or weeks. What's even scarier than that is an actual cyber attack where they take down the entire American grid, the entire electrical grid, where no one in America has electricity. That would be an obvious act of foreign or possibly domestic terrorism. In the same breath, it doesn't necessarily have to be an act of terrorism either. This could be a solar flare, which can happen anytime.
Any fucking time.
Just
You're about to get sued by the sun.
I know.
It's too accurate.
Copyright infringement. It blows up and it just shoots its load all over Earth. The sun comes. Come, sun. Come on me, son.
I don't think you want to take that load, my friend.
Come all over me, son. And that's what a solar flare is, man. Just
Sun jizz.
fucking knuckle burping, just fucking covering us in the sun. But beyond a physical attack, what about a cyber attack? Where they just take down our entire IT infrastructure for our electrical grid. At the end of July 2018, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security revealed that Russian government backers have gained deep access to hundreds of U.S. electrical utility companies already.
Man.
According to the publication, this time the attackers were detected before they could cause any real damage, thank God. The way the electric company has pounded my fucking butthole over the years, I wouldn't be completely against them taking one on the chin
Yeah.
for just, a couple days for what they've done to me.
Yeah.
I did switch my supplier though, and my electric bill has gone way down. Because you
Good.
can. Some of you may not know this, but in Ohio, you get your supply charge, and then you get your service charge. One of them is where you physically buy the energy that you're using, and then one of them is the fee you pay the electrical company to bring electricity to your house.
Right.
And it's just like when you get gas, you can go to the 7-Eleven for gas, or you can go to Sunoco or Shell. You got choices where you buy your gas.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what you're doing by switching your supplier. You're choosing who you buy your electricity from, and the rates all vary. So gas station A may be $3.50 a gallon.
Yeah.
Gas station B is $3 a gallon, but you settle for gas station C at $1.50 per gallon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've done. I changed my supplier and essentially cut my electric bill in half.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Nice.
it's so I would recommend anyone in Ohio. You can actually go to a website called Apples to Apples,
Okay.
and you can shop around to see who has the lowest energy rates.
Huh. Nice.
And it's a real easy process to switch it over.
Nice.
I don't know what that's like in other states, but I'm sure there's something like that. It's very hard to. I'm sorry. The way the hackers worked this time to get into these companies was different this time, opposed to some of the other attacks. The hackers were able to penetrate into the networks of key vendors that provide services to utility companies and already have trusting relationships and share infrastructure together. This was 5 years ago, and I think in terms of our power grid being attacked, there's certain levels of who's attacking.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Russia, yeah, they stand to be pretty scary. But once you start to get some of those fucking Oriental people involved, they're good with calculators and shit. Once
Yeah.
they start attacking your power grid, man, it's out of our hands, dog. They'll take it down if they want to take it down.
A lot more of them than there is us.
You want to talk about well, that's the thing. While it is an act of war, hell yeah, it is. How many of our defense systems are completely electrically driven? How many of our, our anti-missile defense systems,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff? Well, I'm sure there are battery and generator backups. But if the entire country's without electricity, how long are we going to be able to keep those generators going?
Yeah.
It's scary stuff. And
Yeah.
attacking our power grid would be undoubtedly the beginning of a nuclear war, I would say. We would have to greet that force, the attack, with something, some type of display stronger than what they did to us. That would be one of those sour bombas, them big motherfuckers.
Big old man pajamas.
Yeah. It won't be the Suns come.
And fucking
It'll
earth
be-
movers.
It'd be bald eagle come.
Yeah.
We don't have any power, but
Hell yeah.
what we do have that's left of it, we could just shoot it over there. And scary stuff, though, man. Once you start talking about nuclear war and who's shooting what and who has what,
It's wild.
it's very hard to overstate how important the U.S. power grid is to American society and its economy. Every critical infrastructure, from communications to water, is built on it, and every important business function, from banking to milking cows, is completely dependent on it. So imagine waking up, not having any money in the bank, and no milk for your goddamn cereal
Oof.
because they can't milk the cows anymore,
Mm-mm.
which I think that can be done by hand.
It's the old-fashioned way. Or by mouth, whatever you prefer.
Every time I've seen an udder in my life, I've wanted to milk it.
Hey, man,
It's
yeah.
my tragic downfall.
Yeah. Your Achilles heel.
It is. But that when you
Never seen a titty I didn't want to squeeze.
let me grab them udders. And if you want to be milked, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. If you have a lady, a special woman in your life, and you call her breast udders, they don't like that.
No, not at all.
So don't do that, man.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I had a very close friend of mine the other day, and he told me that I could tell this story on the show if I
Okay.
wanted to. They've recently been exploring the how do I say that? I wouldn't say they're swingers,
Mm-hmm.
but they've been attempting to
Open?
bring a third man into the
Okay.
equation
Okay.
because the wife just wants to be bored out, I guess. I don't fucking know, man. Listen, I'm a jealous dude. I just can't rock and roll like that. So, anyways, they did it once and it went okay, not very impressive. So they said they're going to try it again.
Okay.
And this guy that they hooked up with, he kept on talking. Like, one of his favorite things was, like in the movies, the girl's always like, "Let me go get ready. Let me go get
Mhm.
freshened up."
Right.
And the guy convinced him that that was his thing. that he liked to watch the woman get ready.
Okay.
And they're like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, hell yeah, whatever you want to do, whatever sets the mood.
Uh-huh.
So then the night that they met the guy out, and they did their thing, whatever, they're drinking, and they finally get home, and it was kind of the understanding that, hey, she's gonna get ready for us, and you can go to the bathroom and watch her get ready.
Right.
So that's what they did. So he went into the bathroom with her, and my acquaintance waited on the bed, was waiting for him to come out, while the stranger was in the bathroom with the woman.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of fooling around a little bit.
Sure.
And he convinced her to perform oral sex on him
Okay.
in the bathroom.
Okay.
And she's like, fuck, living in the moment, whatever. Yeah, let's do it. So then that turns into they start having sex in the bathroom.
Okay.
Apparently the guy was done in like 20 seconds.
Hell yeah, dude.
So then she's like, oh fuck, I got to clean up again. So she starts cleaning up again, and he's like, he leaves the bathroom. He's like, I'm gonna go out and get some smoke. Like he's gonna go to his car and get some weed. And my acquaintance is like, all right. The dude went outside. He got in his car and he left.
Oh my god. Fuck. Holy shit.
Oh, I told I don't even want to call him a friend, but and he probably wouldn't call me a friend either. We're just like, we know each other.
He fucking.
I was mad for this dude.
He pulled one over on
I
him.
said, are we going to fucking kill this guy or what? I'm emotionally invested at this point. He said, no, I just, you learn shit the hard way. And we're not going to do that anymore.
Oh, man.
Man, I said, that's fucking terrible.
Fuck, dude.
Fucking loaded her up in the bathroom and then left.
We get some weed and fucking never comes back.
He said, I'm going to get some smoke.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, dude. And I said, I asked my, whatever he is.
Yeah.
I asked him how she felt after all of it. And he said that she's just completely mortified.
I'm sure.
Untouchable now. She doesn't want anything to do with anybody.
Yeah.
Him. So this fucking guy ruined her.
Oh, man.
That's
sucks.
a slippery slope. Let that be a lesson to all of you.
Yeah, that's
Don't
rough.
you bring another dick into the equation.
He'll fuck you in the bathroom and go out for smokes and never come back. Just like your dad.
Yeah. So I told my dude, I said, the way to get back at her is you and I should fuck each other.
Yeah.
He immediately said no. I don't think he has the same humor as I do.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe he thought I was too serious. He didn't want to get fucked in the bathroom and then left.
Yeah, I get it, man. That shit hurts. Hurts your heart.
When I hear something like that, though, I'm just think, fuck, you reap what you fucking sow. I mean,
that's wild. Yeah.
Whatever.
That's fun.
Where was I? Milking cows. That's right. And our dependence on the power grid continues to grow as more machines, including equipment on the power grid, get connected to the internet. Everything's smart now, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I can start my oven from work.
Yeah.
I can, everything is.
So your whole house is remote
I
controlled.
think it is, for the most part. And a report last year prepared for the president and Congress, which someone probably had to read that to Joe Biden, emphasized the vulnerability of the grid to a long-term power outage, saying, quote, for those who would seek to do our nation significant physical, economic, and psychological harm, the electrical grid is an obvious target. So how do you know when the message from a sensor is when they're monitoring these electrical systems? And this is where the problem kind of arises here. When there's a message from a sensor, you have to decipher whether it's a legitimate or it's part of a coordinated attack. So for the people that monitor the grids, and there's probably millions, trillions maybe, of sensors, switches, PLCs, all types of different things involved with this electrical grid. And you get a little warning that pop up, and it says, hey, there's something's not normal. How do you know when this is the difference between it's legitimate or it's a coordinated attack?
Mm-hmm.
A system attack could be disguised as something as simple as a large number of apparent customers lowering their thermostat settings in a short period on the peak of a hot day. There's about 3,200 utility companies, all of which operate a portion of the electricity grid, but most of these individual networks are interconnected. This is the scary part about this is it's going to come when it comes, it's going to come fast.
Oh, yeah.
There's not going to be I don't know that. So you have all these different utility companies, and then you have the Department of Energy, but realistically, who can kind of like oversee all of this together?
Mm-hmm.
And it would be so easy to disguise something like this. And with the weather right now, it's 100 fucking degrees and everywhere in the country last week, I think.
Yep.
Everyone was sweating their taters off.
Oh, yeah. I left mine at a job site.
I didn't even wear mine to work.
They fell right off, man.
So there's our power grid. They may not have talked about it, but our fucking power grid was stressed last week. And it's going to continue to be stressed when we have these hot-ass days. So for the people monitoring it, and they say, shit, man, the power grids is just like fucking busting at the seams right now.
Yeah.
In all actuality, it's some foreign country. It's a goddamn alien. It's whoever. It's the Nordic Greys. It's Iran, whoever it is.
Right.
They're attacking our power grid. We have no idea. We have no reason to assume otherwise. And everything we've talked about this far has been alluding to a national power grid attack.
Mm-hmm.
Someone attacks America's power grid. What if something happened, electromagnetic storm, whatever it is, the solar flare, like I said?
Mm-hmm.
What if something happened where they took down all the electricity in the world? Then it really starts to get complicated from there.
Yeah.
That is true doomsday scenario
That's
type shit right there.
Terrifying.
It is.
Terrifying.
And it's not out of the realm of possibility. While it would be hard for something to happen just to calm everyone down a little bit, if something like that did happen, I believe our grid would be repairable.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it could be repaired.
Okay.
But you could be looking at multiple weeks of downtime of electricity.
I would say that's probably optimistic, even.
And there's a quote that I read later on in the episode. I'll read it right now. From Alfred Henry Lewis. There are only 9 meals between mankind and anarchy.
Oh.
So if that power grid is down for 3 weeks, and 3 weeks, 3 meals a day, 1, 2, 4, 6, that's 60-ish, 7, 14, 21, 60-ish meals.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to start bucking after 3 days, man.
Yeah.
And that's when you're going to start to see anarchy. People hurting each other, people killing each other, people stealing, people looting, which I do believe 1,000,000% there are cities in America.
I don't think it would take more than, honestly, if it was a major power grid attack,
A few hours.
A day, within a day, shit's gonna hit the fan.
Especially if all of the surveillance systems are down.
Uh-huh.
Police have no response. Their radios are down. 911's down. It will be complete fucking anarchy.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be, you're right. And
then once generators die, because I mean, then you're looking at fucking prisons opening up, and like zoos and fucking, the gates may just fucking fly open and bears run around. Like you have all this shit that, like, once generators go out, then it's like there's gonna be so much panic. People aren't gonna want to wait. Like, oh, it could be up within a week. That's gonna be too fucking late. It could be is too late.
And one of the scariest parts of kind of what you're talking about, the gasoline for the generators.
Mm-hmm.
So how much? So Buck down the street, he's got a generator. It's full of gas right now.
Yeah.
Buck has a 5-gallon gas can next to it with half of it's full.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically, that generator will probably last Buck for a day.
Sure.
And then he's got enough gas for maybe a few more hours after that.
Yeah.
So then Buck goes down to the gas station. The gas pumps don't work.
They don't work. It's all electric.
So some places do have fuel reserves that are not dependent on electricity.
Mm-hmm.
In the same breath, You or I have no fucking clue where to get that gas from.
Right.
In that instance. So what gas you have in your car, what gas you have in your gas cans in your garage, that's more than likely what's going to be it for the immediate future. Now, there are going to be resourceful humans that are going to be able to siphon gas from these gasoline reserves, from the storage, wherever they store the gasoline at.
Yeah.
But for the immediate future, it's going to be hairy, my friend. It's going to be real hairy. Let's see, where am I at now? Sorry, I scrolled down to read that quote, and now I have no idea where I'm at.
We were somewhere in this spot here.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, all right. And okay, if all of America did lose power, all commerce would cease. Communications would shut down. Without electricity, all forms of fuel that our society runs on will stop flowing. Most of the farms will lack water, as will plumbing. Grocery stores will be stripped bare almost immediately, with pharmacies following close behind. There will be a lack of navigation via GPS, no access to water via electricity. Meat and dairy would rot almost immediately. Americans are not capable to handle physical labor necessary for living in primitive conditions. I can assure you of that.
Yeah, for sure.
We are all fucking fat tubs of, and that's the thing, dude. And I was thinking about this today. You and I went to that midget wrestling yesterday, which was a lot of fun.
It was.
If you guys can ever get out, get the chance to see micro wrestling,
So fun.
It's a fun show.
Yeah.
We laughed the entire time.
It was great.
I woke up this morning and I stood up out of bed. I said, "God damn, my feet, my ankles hurt a little bit from
standing.
from just standing there."
Yeah.
That was from 2 hours of standing.
Just 2 hours of staying on concrete. Yeah.
If the fucking power grid goes down today, and they say, fight or flight, baby.
Yeah.
Find your own way. You can't just stay in your house.
Yeah. Right.
You got to start moving. This is apocalyptic shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
I am in no way, shape, or form in any type of way to start hiking towards Missouri. I would fucking die. Like my body couldn't do it.
Right.
And I wouldn't say I'd say I'm probably in bad shape. But in terms of, if you look at the spectrum of humans alive right now,
Yeah.
of where I fall at on the scale, like one end of the spectrum being a triathlon person and the other end of the spectrum being an old person about to fucking die.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm probably closer to like the triathlete than
Yeah.
I am the old person getting ready to die.
Yeah, for sure. I would say I would agree that.
And in terms of all the other humans alive, there are people would start to fucking die almost immediately. There's so many people relying upon oxygen, dialysis, all the modern medical shit that we've enhanced over the years. That stuff's not going to work anymore.
No.
And there would be huge amounts of fatalities just in the first week. We're not going to be able to help everybody that needs help. While I think there would be certain military, there would be martial law almost kind of immediately, but the military and the National Guard, they would intervene, but they're not going to be able to save everybody that's sick in America. The fucking healthcare system is overloaded right now. You need a tooth pulled or an eye exam right now in America? I hope you packed a lunch, because it's going to take 3 months to get that appointment. I swear to it, man. Just even the other day, I had to get shots for one of the kids. I called the doctor. They said, "How sick are they?" I'm like, "No, they're not really. She's not sick. She just needs shots for school." And they said, we're months out right now. If somebody cancels today, luckily somebody canceled.
Mm-hmm.
But they're months out on just a wellness exam. The healthcare system, we are collectively dying. Everyone is just fucking sick and reliant upon medicine and pharmaceuticals. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
We are in a bad way, man. You think about it.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing is it's rough. I saw this video yesterday that was talking about like comparing the Great Depression to now. I think the biggest year I think they said that like the Great Depression was hitting was right around 1930, and I think they said the average single person income during the Great Depression was like $5,000, like maybe it was like a year.
Holy shit.
But in today's time, like in today's money for inflation, that averaged out to almost $88,000 a year. And then you look at what we make now.
Dude, I know like 4 people that make more than $80,000.
Yeah. Like the cost of living is so much more.
It is.
Like we make less.
Yeah.
Like in comparison to like, you know, like just the amount of inflation and everything. It's fucking crazy, dude.
My dad was talking to me the other day about how expensive. He's like, I don't know how you're raising a family of 5.
Yeah. They were like, how is this not a fucking depression that we're in right now?
I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing it, Dad.
Yeah.
It hurts though.
Yeah.
I know.
It's great getting paid and then looking at your bank and then being like, oh, cool, my fucking check is gone.
And that's a good segue to what I was going to say next. The banks,
Mm-hmm.
our money
Yeah.
is not physical.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, we have no physical money.
Our
Yeah.
money is a number in the
Mhm.
bank,
Mhm.
and when that number is gone, not that number going down because of you spending money,
Yeah.
but when that number is gone because the banks don't have a way to turn that number on, that's when the anarchy will start. That's
Yeah.
when Bill down the road, who's just been a fucking delinquent his entire life and been, just a menace to society.
Mm-hmm.
That morning, Bill is going to start looting and stealing and gathering what he needs.
Yeah.
That morning, when Nick wakes up, Nick's going to say, well, this fucking sucks. Let's figure out what we have. But then when Nick wakes up and sees that the entire banking system is down,
Mm-hmm.
that all monetary transactions can no longer occur,
Yeah.
that's when Nick says, I guess it's time to fucking fight and kill. It's like,
What really chaps your ass about it, if you really think about it, is that if this ever was to happen, and you think like, you could have been. I mean, I'm not a saver. Like I spend my money because what the fuck good is it if I'm dead?
yeah.
So like you got these people that save their money. Like say if you've been saving for years. Say you wake up one day and you've worked your entire life. Say you're older. You worked your entire life. You have this 401k. You have a good savings account. If this was to happen, you literally did all of that for absolutely fucking nothing, because what the fuck are you going to spend your money on if in a situation like this? Nobody's going to be like, okay, yeah, even if you had that money,
The FDIC, that shit's all.
everything is going to be already been stolen, looted, damaged. Like, it's like, okay, cool. You worked 30 years of your life and you literally have nothing now.
It
Like,
would go south
yeah.
immediately.
And then that would, then everybody's moods are going to be completely different. That's when, everybody's just going to start fucking going wild.
yeah.
Back to your roots, man.
Scary stuff, man.
Caveman days.
Yeah. And communication also, think about it for a second if we experience this on a global scale. We would have no idea what's going on in these other countries. There would be no communication. And that leads me to think of, there was a time in history whatever was happening in Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
We just didn't fucking know because we didn't even know the bitch existed.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. They're all over the world. There's no communication except for whatever you could send over the ocean in a bottle or on a piece of paper.
Attached to a pigeon's asshole or something.
Right. There's just a time in history where it didn't matter what was going on in these other countries. It was a completely different world.
Yeah.
Whereas now, with travel and planes and all that stuff's going to be grounded. All that's going to be done. We would be back to
Waiting on aliens to abduct us.
You would essentially be fighting with the people around you,
Mm-hmm.
and it would be hard to manage this on a national level, if that makes sense. Whereas right now we're kind of regulated by the government, and by the federal government and the states. That stuff would just all be out the window, and we would, who cares what's happening in Great Britain or Russia? That stuff is so far removed from what we would have going on here, but we would have no way to even communicate with those people.
Right.
It's just so scary to think about how many people would die almost within hours.
Yeah, I mean,
within days.
Yeah, you have pretty much almost anybody laid like in a hospital setting, anybody in probably even like, you know, old folks home, especially like we talked about, the sick and the elderly are going to be the first. They're gone. They're done.
We got to eat them though.
Yeah, that's true. Some of them could be probably pretty tasty.
Like aged beef.
Yeah. I call a fatty. I want to live off of one for a couple days. Big plump.
I told you earlier today I was doing research and watching SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I think I was watching SummerSlam 99.
99, okay.
It just tells you how much wrestling has changed because there was a match between Badass Billy Gunn and I can't remember the other person. But
was this DX time?
Yeah, this is kind of when him and Road Dogg were doing their own thing.
Gotcha.
But Badass Billy Gunn brought this really, really big woman out with him in like pantyhose, and whoever he was wrestling, they put the woman in the corner with her butt like pushed out, and whoever Billy Gunn was wrestling threw him into the butt,
and
his face went in the woman's butt.
That's hot.
And Jim Ross is like, his face just went in that fat woman's butt.
Which they'd never say now.
No,
you can't say that.
Oh, like, Jesus Christ. Bad.
It's fun. Like they used to have like those fucking bra and panties matches, and
but the best part was they panned to the woman's face who had the butt, or the guy's face being jammed in her butt, and like she was smiling and her eyes were rolling into the back of her head. She's just taking it all in, dude. She's really enjoying it. I was happy for her.
I always felt for fucking Bubba Ray Dudley when he had to powerbomb Mae Young. Because you know that fucking twat was rancid.
Oh, yeah.
Her cooter was right in his face, too, man.
Stank. Yeah. Now, if the pandemic showed us one thing collectively, it is that human nature is to panic.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure.
We were wiping our asses with oven mitts there for a few days. There was nothing to wipe your butts with. Everyone was buying up all the toilet paper.
Yeah.
I'm one of them. I didn't, it didn't really work out that way. It's just anytime. We still got toilet paper left over from the pandemic in my laundry room.
I never understood the whole toilet paper things. I mean, I don't think a direct side effect was diarrhea. I mean, why is everybody,
maybe not for you.
That's everybody buying toilet paper.
I feel bad for people that were just locked in an apartment by themselves for 2 years.
Yeah.
Legit couldn't see anything. But it's water under the bridge now.
You got fucking people like Howard Stern, though, that still won't come out of their house.
Yeah, I know. God, don't get me started on him.
What a fucking fall from grace, man.
God, he's such a pussy.
He used to be the edgiest fucking dude.
He is such a raging.
Have you been following, or did you see his whole beef with Ari Shaffir?
I heard a little bit about it, but I'm not really sure what's going on with it.
He's shitting on everybody that does podcasts and stuff, and like, oh, if you want to get into broadcasting, you need to go work at a radio. Dude, nobody wants to fucking work at a radio station these days. It's a dead medium, dog.
It is.
Like, nobody.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. He's just so out of touch.
Howard Stern.
Fucking Howard Stern, man.
Now, the solar flare would zap the Earth's upper atmosphere with a giant electromagnetic pulse in the event that a solar flare did occur. This would block the radio signals between the Earth and orbiting satellites. After a few hours, a giant stream of particles would come and hit Earth, affecting its magnetosphere. These particles might even hit our satellites and damage their electronics. Ooh. After this, a giant amount of plasma would reach the Earth anytime from a few hours to several days and trigger a geomagnetic storm. Beautiful auroras would be seen all around the planet as a result of this.
That's my favorite part of a titty.
Is the aurora?
The aurora.
Dude, I love fucking titties, man. So, God. If you love titties, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. If you like our titties, send a message to our secret email that we can't tell you the link to. Oh, and by the way, we have a closed group. It's called Butt Chuggers Anonymous on Facebook. You can get in there. The super secret password is Bill Wilkins. It's a really happening fun place.
Billy Wilkins.
After all these years, I thought that group would slow down. That thing just gets busier and busier every day.
It's wild, man. I dig it. It's fun.
The amount of deaths within that time frame would be enormous in comparison to the week prior. Hospitals would not be able to make use of modern technology to save people, and without batteries in the vehicles, people wouldn't be able to get to the hospitals for what care actually was available. As a solar flare could realistically wipe out, like, it could create issues with our batteries and everything. And another thing, a lot of animals use electromagnetic, it's part of their patterns and the way they can sense things.
Okay.
You're when you said the zoo doors could just open,
Yeah.
it could send these animals into, it could send all animals, just cause complete pandemonium, just the change in the electromagnetic fields
Yeah.
and the way they sense things, the way they kind of interpret their environment. It would turn them into psychopathic, like, just savages, where they're frantic, they're killing, they're fighting.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially if it's something that's like a natural sense to them, like just pick up like electromagnetic waves or whatever, like to react upon that. And if it completely wipes them of that and like, or counterbalances them the other way, it's probably like, completely going to fuck them up.
Yeah, it'd be like sticking a hot fucking poker iron up their asshole.
Right.
It would be like. And if I had $1 for every time I've had something up my ass, we wouldn't be making this podcast anymore.
You're telling me.
Depending upon the time of year and where you're located, weather might play a factor as well. If it's winter where you're, if it's winter where you're at, you're not going to be able to stay warm. If it's summer, you're in one of the hot regions, you're going to be dealing with heat stroke, dehydration. Those are all real possibilities. Also, heat plus the stressors of what would look like a world collapse, minus any involvement by police in these conflicts, equals a lot larger likelihood for normal people to engage in violence. Nothing makes me more violent than just being oppressively fucking hot and just no relief from the heat.
It's rough. Yeah.
And there would be a lack of surveillance. There would be a lack of police response for these things. It would be...
Yeah, they're only going to be able to do so much. I mean, their communication's going to be completely gone. They're not even going to have fucking cruisers to drive around in because they can't get fucking gas.
Well, here's the thing, man. You think about the way law enforcement operates right now. Police get a call to a festival. There's a large fight. Police get there, 10,000 people at the festival, 5 people fighting. Okay, the police versus 5 people.
Sure.
Imagine police responding to a scene where everyone's trying to get food, and it's the police versus 500 people.
Yeah, they're fucked.
2 cops versus it's over. It's game over. At that point, you have to invoke martial law. You have to have the military kind of walk the streets with fucking tanks and machine guns,
tear gas and all that shit.
Yeah,
I mean, at that point, even before, like, the cops aren't good, they're gonna see that situation and they're gonna be like, you know what, I'm not fucking with this because these people are gonna fucking kill me.
Protect and serve what?
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll be, honestly, I would imagine most law enforcement officials are going to be more worried about taking care of their own,
of course,
than they are about monitoring the streets where all law and order is lost. All utilities, including fresh water, run at some point on electricity to get from point A to point B. So pretty much consider all that gone at this point. A lack of fresh drinking water for 7 days could be catastrophic depending on how much pop and bottled water you have set aside and whether or not you know to tap the water heater for the gallons stored in there. You get maybe 3 days before dying without a drink, but you won't be in much of a condition to think straight after the first 24 hours or so. Some people would be fine, but the people that weren't really wouldn't be, and pretty quickly they'd move from asking for something to drink to either forcefully taking from one another or drinking from questionable sources. And there's a lot of different funky fucking monkeys you can get from drinking water that's not supposed to be drank.
Unclean water.
Yeah. And all of that's going to be compounded by the fact that there's no medical attention readily available. Lack of clean drinking water is one of the top killers in undeveloped countries and doesn't make the list in developed countries. And that would realistically be a problem right off the get-go if the grid collapsed. Sanitation would be another major factor that could add to the death toll. No running water means that every time someone goes to the bathroom, every time Donatello takes a giant greasy fucking cowabunga shit. That mess sticks around, and bacteria and disease-carrying insects could thrive at this point. Sorry, we're like Ninja Turtles.
Big old cowabunga shit, man.
If you've ever taken a giant cowabunga shit, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. After you send that email, go to brohiopodcast.com/tickets and buy your tickets to our live show in Detroit.
Do it. You know you want to.
And watch me take a cowabunga shit live on stage.
On stage.
If you can't wash your hands after you wipe, even a small scratch can become a point of infection.
Not on your asshole, though.
Not on your asshole.
Your
That
asshole's
thing
immune.
is a resilient fucking ring of doom. Speaking of Ring of Doom, have you played Elder Ring yet?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that game, dude.
Dude, it's so fucking difficult.
Oh, I just started playing it yesterday.
Did you?
Man, fuck that.
Yeah, I haven't played it in a minute. I need to get back into playing
That
it.
is the hardest shit.
Have you gotten to the first boss yet? See, I'm assuming you haven't. Don't. Yeah, right off the rip, they put you right in front of like the I don't remember what he's called, but the guy on the horse with the one of the knights.
Yeah, it kills you. Like there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
It kills you.
Don't go anywhere near him.
You're supposed to die right there, I think.
Yeah, I think it's that lets you know like, hey, you can't fuck with this dude.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Dude, it's so fucking hard.
It is hard.
So's my dick.
Yes, very hard, especially after talking about everybody dying and killing
Especially
each other.
about talking about shitting.
Yeah. Folks in the country or near running water would probably have it better there. Less population density means that waste management and it would be less of an issue. Food would actually be okay during the initial seven days of the power grid going down. Most people have at least a few days of food in the house, and some have a couple months if they raid the pantries. Grocery stores would be vandalized within the first 72 hours, though, as no one would know what was going on, and the police wouldn't be able to get there to stop it. People would have a tendency to hoard, just like they did with the toilet paper during the pandemic, as they wouldn't have a way of knowing if or when the blackout would end. Even if you couldn't eat for all 7 of those days, though, that wouldn't kill most people. I could probably go for 7 days without eating, honestly.
I fucking wouldn't want to do that at all, though. I was just thinking about it. It'd be really cool to just go to a store and just fucking steal shit. Like, dude, that'd be fun as fuck. Like supermarket sweepstakes, but
Yeah, just take everything you want.
it's not a game show. You just fucking steal it.
I don't know. I'm an adult now, and me going to the grocery store by myself is dangerous. It's legitimately dangerous.
It's so fucking expensive.
It is expensive, but if my wife sends, she's like, hey, go get milk.
Yeah.
And then I walk down the candy aisle.
Yeah,
I walk
yeah.
down the fucking donut aisle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm up in the bakery looking at all the cool shit they have.
Yeah, see, I don't do all that. I fucking hate going to the store, so I'm in and out as fast as possible. I don't get anything else more than what I have to. Unless I want something for myself, like a little snacky snack.
Little snacky snack. Right,
Yeah.
that's where it's dangerous.
I'll usually go there. I'm like, you know what I want? I want some fucking double stuffed Oreos. Oh, God.
So the other day, she sent me to the grocery store, and she wanted me to get cereal for the kids.
Yeah.
It's summertime. They go through 3 boxes of cereal a day. But then I walked down the fruit aisle. Dude, I got white peaches. I got apricots. I got
Hell yeah.
limes. I got Honeycrisp apples. I got nectarines. I got mandarin oranges. And then I got a Red Bull at the checkout.
Fucking hell yeah, dude. Balance. Checks and balances.
Hold on. And I put all this fruit in one bag. And then I bought it, and I went out in the parking lot,
Uh-huh.
and I cracked the fucking Red Bull. And then I sat there and I ate like fucking 8 pieces of fruit. It's like fruit I've never had. Like, you've had apricots before.
Yeah.
But have you ever bought an apricot and eaten it to know the true essence of
No.
an apricot?
No,
No, you haven't.
I don't think so.
So I sat there in the parking lot, like, what the fuck is a white peach?
I love peaches.
I ate it and threw it out the window.
Fucking love peaches, dude.
I do too.
God, they're so good.
Watermelon, peaches.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there in the parking lot housing all these pieces of fruit, just stuff that you don't normally buy for the house. But they have it readily available at the supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's so dangerous for me to go to the grocery store by myself.
You're just buying unnecessary shit just so you can fucking snack in the car.
Yeah. And then I ate the Honeycrisp apple, and then I moved on to another kind of a nectarine,
Yeah.
which is good as fuck.
Yeah.
But then when I was done eating the nectarine, there was kind of a weird traffic situation right by my house. So I got kind of sidetracked, and I laid the pit of the nectarine in the console of my car.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got out, and then my wife went to take my car to drive someplace, and she's like, "There's like a nut or a bug in your fucking cup holder." And I said, "That's a nectarine pit, or it's a peach pit. I don't remember what it was."
Yeah.
And she said, "Where did you get it?"
You just hold on to peach pits.
She said, "Where did you get a peach pit?"
Well, there was a peach around it.
So I went to the grocery store and I bought a bunch of fruit and I ate it in the car. She said, "Did you wash it off?" I said, "No, I didn't wash it off. I just ate this shit."
Yeah, man, you gotta keep your immune system
She
ready.
said, "You're disgusting."
Oh, that's hilarious.
Man.
That's great.
Stuff was so good, man.
Well, tell me how you fucking just you washed it off with that Red Bull.
Oh, man. Where the fuck was I? Okay, where the real problems with food would come is after all electricity is returned. Farmers use machines to plant, raise, harvest crops, so they likely weren't doing that while the electricity was out. Factories weren't running to produce prepared food products, so chances are a hungry nation that instinctively now wants to hoard more food than they need, they'll run through what supplies exist pretty quickly, and any perishables that needed to be refrigerated would now be bad. More importantly, though, distribution would be completely jacked. No trucks bringing food to warehouses, no redirects to grocery stores. Pretty much all fucking hell would break loose at that point. If your country needs to import food from other countries, you'd be especially screwed. Even if you get a shipment in, they'd practically have to have a SWAT team at the entrance to make sure people didn't just go in and grab what they want. That's kind of where the martial law thing comes in right there.
Right.
You would undoubtedly have to have some type of government structure over some, military intervention, because people are going to be, and then now we're not talking about the people versus law enforcement. Then we're talking about hordes, thousands upon thousands of people versus the military, and even at that point, the military is going to be overmatched.
Yeah.
And
They might have more firepower, but well, depending on where they're at,
right.
or who you're fucking with.
I've looked at the gun statistics before. They said like the fucking average American has 7 guns or something. Like it's
Fucking crazy.
it's staggering. Let's see. How many guns are in America?
Oh God!
Civilian.
Holy fuck! That's fucking crazy. Holy shit! How many people are in the U.S.? Let's look that up first.
Overall civilian possession is 433.9 million.
And how many people are in the U.S.? 433 million. 434 million, roughly. Guns.
People living in America.
33.1. There's more guns than there is people. I fucking love it, dude. God bless this country.
And I'm proud to be an American where I can have as many fucking guns as I want. I'll kill my fucking brother if he tries to fuck my wife.
33.1 million. What was that? Guns? 33.9? Or 330?
No, the guns, you got like 400 some odd million.
It's like fucking...
So we have over 100 million more guns than we do people.
I fucking love it, dude. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, the military is like, we'll keep them out of the fucking flour and rice for a little bit.
Holy shit, that's
like,
crazy.
fuck you, Will.
Wow. Good for you, America.
It's
Fucking love it.
it's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's really embarrassing. Wow.
Man. Yeah, but one of the things you think about in a situation like this, you gotta start to prioritize who is most important to you. You gotta think about, okay, for me, obviously, my number one priority is going to be taking care of you, and then my wife and my kids.
Of course, naturally.
But when you put it into a predicament like that, you start to think about your parents, your brothers. Listen, dude, I love my mom and dad to death, but they are in no shape to fucking live through an apocalypse.
Yeah.
The traveling around. I think, in my mind, this is playing out like Zombieland or these kind of these apocalyptic movies. When really you would probably be in the same spot until it was time. Like, okay, you gotta start moving.
You got to make a move. Mm-hmm.
Which is scary. But then it makes it a lot harder. Not only do I go worry about my 3 kids and my wife, but then you start bringing your sisters, your brothers, your parents.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta almost start to prioritize. You hear there's that, and that voice in the back of your head that says, if you had to pick between your mom and your dad, which one would you pick? Or you had to pick between your kids, which one would you pick? While realistically, none of us are ever going to have to make that decision. You honestly might have to make that choice in a situation like this. If you have 4 kids and one of them breaks their leg and gets sick, fucking typhoid is a motherfucker on the Oregon Trail, dude. You're going to have to, little Timmy's going to have to eat a fucking, you're going to have to, there's some tough decisions, man. Do you kill your kid or do you leave him behind and let him just die a slow death from whatever they're sick with?
That's crazy. I don't even want to think about that.
We would be put in situations like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's sad. But
I would just jerk off.
They'd say, "What are we gonna do?" And you'd be like, "I'm gonna finish jerking off first.
Let me come first, and then I'll let you know.
I got all these fucking peaches. These are good.
How many peach pits can I get in my ass?
How many of these fucking things can I eat?" You know what else I had that was really good? Is a plum. I bought one of those
I
too.
haven't had a plum in forever.
God, it's so juicy. If that's what sucking dick is like, eating a plum,
Dude, yeah.
now I know why a lot of girls and guys do it.
Yeah.
Because it's
Fucking sucking dick like a plum.
my wife was sucking me off the other day.
Hell yeah.
You want to hear the rest of the
Yeah,
story?
fucking don't give me blue balls over here, man.
That's the end of the story, dude.
Oh,
My wife
hell
was
yeah,
blown,
dude. That's fucking sweet.
blowing it up.
I love it, man.
Blowing it up. I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I'm getting on down this juicy plum."
I'm getting to your pit. Getting that nut.
What's that one song? Jack stuck his thumb and pulled out a plum.
Yeah.
What song is that, or what?
It's like a nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Growing up, I always said, "I want to eat a fucking pie that I can stick my finger in and pull a plum out of."
Yeah.
Because plums are delicious.
Yeah.
They really are. Sugar plums around Christmas time.
I can't. I don't know if I've. I feel like I've had them before, but I just don't remember them.
They're good.
Yeah.
Fruitcake, not so good. Fruitcake is actually so. The way they make fruitcake is the week after Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
they collect everybody's poop and they
Yeah.
turn it into a fruit pie for Christmas. So they're Thanksgiving poops. They turn them into a pie.
Okay, I get that.
So what would you? I guess let's take a second. How you can prepare for a nationwide, a global blackout, an attack on the grid. Listen, guys, there is not a lot that you can do in the event that the entire grid goes down. But in terms of emergency preparedness, there are some things you can kind of think ahead for any situation. The U.S. government has some suggestions for a basic survival kit. We don't trust the government, but some things that can kind of help you in the event that something like this does happen. Maybe a water supply, a 3-day water supply, 1 gallon per day per person. Food, 3-day supply per person of non-perishable food. If you include canned food, remember to have a can opener.
God, that would suck.
A battery-powered radio in the event that we do go through a solar flare or one of these storms I'm talking about. The radio stations are not going to be able to broadcast anything.
No.
A flashlight.
Sold.
So I don't know why they would want you. Oh, flashlight. Go for an LED flashlight, which lasts a long time on a single charge.
So I'd have that jelly foot on my hip. Anytime I need it, I just fucking whip that thing off my belt.
The fussy.
My pussy, yeah. That bitch would be in heavy rotation. When I wasn't using it, I'd keep like my knickknacks in there, like some spare
it's a weapon.
change, and
Yeah. You go to fuck it, and there's a pocket knife in it.
put my chapstick and stuff in there.
Incapacitate your dick. So they recommend getting a hand cranked flashlight, which, goddamn, even better, consider a wall plug emergency version that keeps charged and automatically lights up so you can find it when the power goes out. That's pretty cool thinking.
Yeah.
You need to get a first aid kit. You can buy a 100-piece first aid kit for a little as $100 or a little as $10. And those would actually go a long way. You can get a whistle. A whistle can help you signal for help. And if you're in the dark for long and have to keep the kids from fighting, this could also serve as your referee whistle. That's what they said.
Hell yeah.
Another good thing to keep around is plastic sheeting. They don't really go into a lot of detail here.
Fuck. Yeah.
But
cover up all the dead bodies.
no, honestly, plastic sheeting would be to seal yourself into certain parts of the home in the event of a chemical attack.
That's pretty smart.
Something like that. So that's good stuff to keep around. Basic tools like wrenches or pliers for turning off, turning on utilities. Paper maps. When you can't use Apple Maps or Google Maps, some printed maps can help you navigate your city or local area.
Dude, we were talking about that whenever we were traveling last time. We were like, can you imagine like our parents' day driving across the fucking like
Dude, my dad would.
multiple states holding the fucking map?
Yeah.
You'd make a wrong turn and you're like, fuck, I gotta pull over and park and figure out where the hell to get back on.
He would know. He'd write it down. Like, you gotta fucking get on to fucking 48 fucking 12 south. Then we gotta make sure we don't pass 222 east.
It was a struggle even like when we were fucking growing up, just printing off MapQuest directions and taking them into the car. So like, imagine that. Like, fuck, man. Had to read a map.
A cool little thing I do with my kids is when we go certain places, I'll tell them when we get in the car, I'll say, watch how we're getting where we're going.
Yeah.
And then I'll make them tell me how to get back home. So if we go 10, 15 minutes down the road,
Yeah.
I'll say, pay attention, look where we're going, look at the name of the streets, and then I'm going to make you guys tell me how to get home. And then I'll let them drive me home, tell me which way to go. And if they make a wrong turn or something, I'll take the wrong turn, and then they'll say, it's happened before. It's happened with Emily. She's like, I don't remember this part. And I'll say, well, take me back to where you do remember.
So where are we going?
And we've done that before. And it's a good exercise. It's fun. Gas is $4.58 a gallon. It was a lot of fun. No, but it's just a good exercise.
Yeah.
And I'll also make them. The other day when I was working on the toilet, I made them watch me work on the toilet. I just constantly make them watch me do shit, so they kind of have a functional idea of what the fuck is going on at any given time.
Yeah, no, that's very good.
Yeah, so if you are a parent, that's a good practice. Anytime you're doing something maybe you might not necessarily know how to do, it's cool to have them around and show them how to be the resourceful, i.e. look it up on YouTube. Some other good things to have around, a landline, obviously. Some wood for a fire, or chainsaw for fighting people.
Skin your ass raw.
One of the dynamic ads in the show right now is for
chainsaws.
not chainsaws. The new Twisted Metal on Peacock, and I watched it.
Any good?
Pretty fucking fun, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, Samoa Joe plays the clown.
Oh, okay.
And he is very imposing. He's scary.
Nice.
It's so. Yeah.
What was the clown's name?
I can't remember.
Like something fucking lame, like Twisty or something like that.
Twisted Tea. Clown in Twisted Metal. Sweet Tooth.
There we go.
That's right.
Yeah, that fucking ice cream truck was the shit.
It was.
If you played as anybody else besides him, I think you something was wrong with you.
That was a good game.
It was a really fucking good game.
Yeah, so for the chainsaws, obviously to make more firewood, and the last recommendation they have is have a generator. I don't have a generator.
I don't either.
And I've needed one multiple times in my life.
Yeah.
And then I looked to purchase a generator, and I said, I'll just fucking die. Because they're
Fuck it.
$1,000 for a generator.
Right.
I'll just die. I assume just die. Yeah. But that's our episode on the attack on the power grid and kind of the anarchy that would go with it. And here's a scary thing, guys.
It's fucking reassuring, isn't it, guys?
Not really.
Give you something else to fucking keep you from sleeping tonight.
No, the shitty part is, man, is this doesn't have to be a solar flare. This doesn't have to be an electromagnetic storm or a space storm. This could be as simple as Kim Jong-un cracking the code.
Yeah.
And just saying, I'm done with these Americans.
Yeah.
I'm done with them, man. Or Putin or whoever runs China. I don't know who runs that motherfucker. But they don't like us.
It's very true.
They love selling me baseball and football jerseys online for $12.
Fucking keep on it, even if it's fucking slave labor, child labor, but still, as long as they keep them costs down.
I will say, what's this website? Let me see.
Look the other way.
Let me see if I can find this website real quick.
As long as they got good nets outside of their businesses.
I use this jersey website. For those of you that are maybe looking for Major League Baseball or NFL jerseys, I use a website called Jenna 2021. It's JENNA 2021. And you can get stitched on football jerseys.
Nice.
It takes 3 or 4 weeks to get them.
Yeah.
Because it comes from China. But dude, you get nice ass jerseys for like $20.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And I have pretty much every Bengal jersey now, every player on the team, and now I've got some Reds jerseys too, and the Reds jerseys are really nice,
Nice.
stitched on.
I was gonna say, are they stitched
They
on?
got the new City Connect all black ones.
Those are fucking dope.
They've got One Tree Hill basketball jerseys. They've got Space Jam jerseys. They've
Nice.
got all of it, man.
That's pretty cool.
And it's a little suspicious the way they make you check out. So they send you to the AliExpress store.
Yeah.
So like if your order costs $200,
Mm-hmm.
you have to buy $201 gift cards to their AliExpress store. But they let you use PayPal, so it's all insured, and you don't have to give them your credit card information. So it's
Very weird.
take it from me. I've bought jerseys from them 4 times now. They don't speak the best English, but they update you every step of the way.
Nice.
And if you tell them, "Hey, I want pictures of these jerseys before you send them," they send you the pictures of the jerseys.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so they've been great so far for me. So
That's nice.
for anybody looking into maybe buying some jerseys for Christmas, got a football fan in your life, or you want your own jerseys, I just want the power to stay on. That's all I want to happen.
Me too, man.
Because, like we said, man, if that shit goes down that first couple days,
Oof.
it is going to be nasty, especially in the urban areas.
Even like in like the 4 walls of your own fucking house. Imagine how insufferable your kids will be without Wi-Fi
Without air conditioning.
or air conditioning. Holy fuck!
I'll
yeah.
fucking kill them. If
yeah.
there's no internet, we
Yeah.
got some board games, but you can only play fucking Uno so many times before you got to
Yeah.
start taking people's lives. I remember whenever Stacy and I first got together and the power went out. This is when she first started living with me.
Mm-hmm.
And we live in a little 800 square foot tiny house. And the power went out. And we were sitting there just chatting or whatever, but I had to fucking poop. So I went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I started fucking blowing up. You wouldn't believe how quiet it is in a house when all the
Oh,
appliances are off and there's literally nothing making noises.
You're in there fucking shaking the walls and shit.
And we hadn't been together that long. But dude, it's like I tried to ease into it, but that fucking dude got stuck in the mud for a second. He took off on me.
Start fucking burning rubber.
Yeah, man. And I heard her say, "Oh my God." She said, I remember this clear as day. She said, "Close the fucking door." And I said,
It is closed.
"It is closed." She said, "Turn the water on." So later on that day, she had to go to the bathroom too. And she turned the shower and the sink on.
Yeah.
Blasting the water.
Smart thinking.
I did not hear her fucking poop.
I think I just would have been sitting in there flushing the toilet constantly.
I told her I heard her just to offset my feelings.
Just to make you feel better.
All right. Well,
oh man.
thanks for tuning into this episode. Me and Rob are
Yeah.
going to get chicken wings.
Yeah, we are.
We're going to Roosters. So if anybody wants to meet us there, you'll be there in 15 minutes. I got to put on some. Oh fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a piss and then we're ready.
Yeah. So
Love
all
you guys.
Love you guys. Have a good week.
Yes.
And it's hotter than goddamn shit outside. So don't die on us.
Yes, please don't. Love you.
Love you guys.
Oh yeah, YouTube.
All right, guys.
I'm peeing.
Power grid bad. We love you guys so much. See you next week, all right? See you guys.